What's up, podcast fam? CJ here. Listen, man, I am personally inviting you to the 7-Figure Speaker Conference here in Atlanta, Georgia, January 11th and 12th. All right, January 11th and 12th here in Atlanta, Georgia. And listen, we're doing it at the College Football Hall of Fame. All right, it's going to be off the chain. Myself, y'all know I'm going to be in the building. E.T., Jeremy Anderson, Inky Johnson, man, and a host of, should I just say, special guests. We got some incredible people coming, y'all. We're going to be training you, whether you just getting started in the speaking industry and you want to learn how to monetize your gift, right? Are you that strong friend, the person that's like giving everybody help and everybody's always like, you got all the answers? You probably need to be here and learn how to turn your gift into some monetization, all right? So listen, whether you never spoke a day in your life and people just tell you like, yo, you should really think about being a speaker, this conference is for you. Or maybe you already start speaking and you like, yo, see, I'm doing it, but like, I'm not sure how to get paid. You where E.T. and I was when we started out, right? Not getting a check, doing it, but kind of that free 99 ministry, right? Or you looking to go to that next level and say, yo, I'm trying to get to that $10, $20, $30, $40,000 level. I want to get to that $100,000 level for a keynote. This conference is for you, all right? 7figurespeakercon.com. I want to see you in the building, and we might just be hosting a little meet and greet exclusively for our podcast family. All right, so you don't want to miss it. January 11th to 12th. Be in the building. College Football Hall of Fame, Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be explosive, y'all. I'll see y'all there.
CJ had me just going into surgery fearful, but I will tell you, for all my Bible readers out there,
the Bible says you should not have a spirit
God
of fear.
has not given us
not
a
just
spirit
that,
of fear.
but do not fear is in the Bible 365 times.
Come on.
One for every day of the year.
One for every day of the year, bro. Come on, dog.
Come on.
And so I had to double up after talking to CJ on the phone. I would have to
Take two pills that day.
But yeah, so
And then you woke up.
so
He was right.
Exactly. I woke up and I could not feel.
Only it's not my finger.
I couldn't feel anything, and then my wife, she gave me some confidence.
Bruh.
She told me that, she said that I done heard Martin Luther King.
Are you sure this wasn't a ploy to be like, baby, just check and see?
Listen, I done heard some of the fieriest speeches from Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
I done heard some of the best speeches from
Yeah.
from the number one motivational speaker in the world,
Come on.
brother E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Yeah.
Come on.
I done heard some fire speeches back in the day from my brother Mamie Brown's,
on.
Les Brown. But never have I heard a
better
keynote better than what Camille said to me. Her first words to me was, "It shall rise again."
Secret to Success podcast, baby.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Karl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
I got Dr. King. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Two-step.
My hip.
Two-step.
Stanky leg.
I've been calling him Shakira. The hips don't lie. You know what I'm saying? What's the word, man? How you feeling, man? This about you, brother. Take it away, brother. People
bro,
want
I'm
to know.
just saying, dog.
They've been seeing our Patreon people been seeing the progress, but
You know
come
what I'm
on.
saying? I just, sometimes.
All right
you know,
now.
You know what I'm
Slow now.
saying? People that's in my status, they said like, it's been a couple weeks now. And they say that you supposed to be 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You should be walking.
Carl won the bet, by the way, too.
Oh, no doubt.
What was the bet?
The bet was how long you was going to say you had the fastest hip recovery in the history of hips.
Right.
And I said 3 days. Carl said 2. And I think you said it after the first day. So Carl
No. I said that the doctors actually said that.
Before.
That actually,
Before I even had
the doctor actually said that
You look like you can recover the fast.
No, he literally said the second he cut me open. It was.
Nah,
it
I
was
ain't never seen a hip
It was
like
the craziest thing.
These muscles.
He said he's never seen.
These must be
hip.
fed by A5.
Yeah, exactly. He said he never
Matter of fact, he
seen
just
anything
sewed it
like-
right back up. Ain't nothing wrong with
In the
this there.
history of surgeries, he said he never seen anything like that.
Ever.
He said the second he cut me,
Yeah.
the new prosthetic just went in and it was
Boom.
over.
And there it is.
And
Yeah.
then, but no, seriously, they
Yeah.
said like 6 weeks, like a person should be standing and walking assisted, right?
Did that have anything to do with the average age of hip replacement 76?
That's a
Where's
good
the
data point.
statistical data
That's a
coming
good
from?
data
No,
point.
I
but
just
I
want to
will,
know.
but I will say this: CJ can't even do this too
okay.
good. You know what I'm saying? Just stand up like this.
I can't stand up.
You know what I'm saying? Stand up without. Look at he ain't rock.
What you
stand straight up? Look, you see that? You see that?
I got a microphone right here.
No.
What do you want me to
Now
do?
you know what I'm gonna do now. The one leg one.
What do you want me to do?
The one leg one.
Okay, go. No, don't do it. Please don't kill you.
The one leg one.
Come on, wait now.
Are we
Hey, he making me
Don't
nervous.
kill yourself.
The one where you stick the
Don't
leg
kill-
out, then you, and then
Relax.
you can stand up, bro.
That wasn't the fixed hip.
It don't have to be.
Oh, okay, no, do it on the fixed hip.
No, don't do it on
That's
the
not supposed to.
Sit your tail down.
You know what I'm saying? You said it was the fastest recovery.
Now let me see you do that one.
Oh, easy.
Don't rock.
All right, bro.
Them ACLs.
Bro, don't
Them
rock.
ACLs.
Just
but no.
levitate straight up off your back and say, come
But
on,
no,
bro.
y'all, God is good. It was the first 4 or 5 days. The recovery was it was rough.
Yep.
But hey, shout out to my wife.
Can we go? Hold on.
Can
Before
I
before we
shout-
go,
you
no,
gonna
we
shout-
can't. I
shout
want to
out?
do a whole thing, but I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush through this because the people have been watching you. Our Patreon family actually been seeing the whole journey. Shout out to the Patreon crew. 2025, the Patreon is going to a whole nother level. We got Dr. Downs coming in to do some anxiety and depression awareness / overcoming sessions.
I
We're not
almost
taking
needed
none of
him.
that.
When I got out of surgery, I couldn't feel my lower.
Oh, that's what I was going to. So, y'all definitely need to be on the Patreon. That's going to be a monthly thing with Dr. Downs, the in-house therapist that we have here, and my brother. But anyway, you wake up from surgery, and you say you thought the doctors gave you the wrong surgery.
Bruh. Karl, can we put the clip on? I'm
sure
gonna
can.
put the clip in.
Okay,
Y'all,
yeah.
I promise you, literally, when they put me in the recovery room, the first thing.
No, don't put the clip in. It's on Patreon. Patreon.
They got
people.
one more. Come on and pay.
Yeah, come on and
Pay. You get to
Patreon.
see the
Oh,
whole
that's
dance.
hilarious.
Listen.
I'm talking about brother man was still off the drugs.
Listen, all my fellas out here, I'm sure y'all can agree. Y'all can sympathize with me. Listen,
Yeah.
the second I got out, I did this. I looked to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my wife. I looked to the right. I saw the nurse.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I put my hands down. I couldn't feel nothing below my waist.
And by nothing, you mean nothing.
I mean, nothing. And I literally, the first words, it wasn't to my wife that
legit.
I've been with for 30 years. It wasn't, oh, wow, I'm happy to see you. It was, I looked at her and I said, I can't feel my I couldn't feel it, dog. And I was like, yo,
that's
nah,
scary.
listen, I'm one of them people, you know how y'all are. Sometimes you get on the internet, you get to scrolling, and I've heard stories
Yeah, where
of
people go.
going in
Yeah.
for one surgery and coming
Getting
out.
the wrong
Yeah.
thing.
Doctors made a mistake.
Yep.
And so, bruh, and me and C already had this conversation. So CJ just had surgery like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And he be scaring me. He was let me tell y'all about CJ.
How'd that scare you?
Because you went in for surgery and you came out with another ailment.
I did.
And so that was my biggest
Yeah, my
fear.
elbow.
And the
You know
thing,
what I'm saying?
right. And so
Not my man meat. I ain't scare you into thinking you about. You know what I'm saying? Your grown
And then
man
let me
gifts
tell you
was never
about
gonna
you.
work again. I just said, damn man, my ulnar nerve got compressed.
let me tell you about your friends, right? So CJ don't know that he's doing this, but he's putting this fear and doubt in my head. He constantly talks to me every morning, and he's just like, "Yo, man, I can't feel my fingers, man.
I couldn't.
I went in there for this, and then now I can't feel my finger." He's not knowing that I got my surgery
Coming
date
up.
set, and that I'm about to. But he's constantly like, "But as a good friend, I'm over here just like, oh man, bro, it's gonna be good, man." And then all of a sudden I go,
Yeah,
in there.
just for I don't know if I talked about it for the record. When I had, when they tied me down for my surgery, some kind of way they compressed my ulnar nerve in my elbow and it made my 2 fingers go numb.
yeah.
But I wasn't trying, my bad, bro. I was not trying to scare you. I literally, and it didn't even hurt. It don't even hurt. It still don't hurt. It's just numb. Like I
Still
can't,
now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just can't, it's getting better.
Okay.
Probably 30% better. But and the doctor said the nerve's not dead. It's just got to take time to heal. It's just going to take time. But yeah, the right side of my ring finger and my pinky is completely numb.
Wow.
So
And it don't hurt. It's just like, your foot fall asleep and you gotta do like this to get it back. It's like nothing to wake it up.
So CJ had me just going into surgery fearful. But I will tell you, for all my Bible readers out there,
The Bible says you should not have a spirit
God
of fear.
has not given us
not
a
just
spirit
that,
of fear.
but do not fear is in the Bible 365 times.
Come on.
One for every day of the year.
One for every day of the year, bro. Come on, dog.
Come on.
And so I had to double up after talking to CJ on the phone. I would have to
Take 2 pills that day.
But yeah, so
And then you woke up.
so
He was right.
Exactly. I woke up and I could not feel.
Only it's not my finger.
I couldn't feel anything, and then my wife. She gave me some confidence.
Bruh.
She told me that she said that I done heard Martin Luther King.
Are you sure this wasn't a ploy to be like, baby, just check and see?
Listen, I done heard some of the fieriest speeches from Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
I done heard some of the best speeches from
Yeah.
from the number one motivational speaker in the world, my brother E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Yeah.
Come on.
I done heard some fire speeches back in the day from my brother Mamie Brown's
Come on.
Les Brown. But never have I heard a
better
keynote
sound.
better than what Camille said to me. Her first words to me was, "It shall rise again."
Bro, but the way she said
come
it,
on.
dog, the way
The way
she said it.
It was right. Oh, yeah.
That's why y'all need to be on Patreon.
Oh, for sure.
crying.
No question. Hilarious, man. So then you had the recovery.
Yeah.
And how was that?
The recovery back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got to talk about now. First, bruh, getting up out of surgery, steps like there, going up the steps and all that, like
Bro,
right
actually,
after.
just even getting out the bed, dog. I couldn't even. On the video you saw,
Yeah.
that was literally the first time me trying to just stand up.
Yep.
And I'm an athlete. I work out all the time. I do, bro. That was the first time where it was real. I literally fell right back down, dog. And it was literally hard. Mentally, your brain is telling you you can do it. Your brain's saying stand up. Physically, though, and you got to remember, I had a total hip replacement, and I'm doing therapy with another hip that has to be replaced. So y'all hearing this now, and I just had this hip replacement a couple weeks ago, but in the next 5 weeks, I'm having the other side done. So I'm rehabbing with a bad hip to strengthen the good hip.
the good
now.
hip.
And so, man, just standing up was challenging. Then they made me take my first walk steps, and then they made me go up the stairs.
Oh,
and you
my
just can
gosh.
feel literally, bro. I have so I had a total hip replacement. So they took out the left side of the hip, they put a metal plate in, and then they put a prosthetic. They cut the bone. It was a whole procedure, man. You can go to YouTube and look it up, but yeah, it wasn't a punk, man. I give it to him. It was rough.
The real deal.
Yeah, it was rough. But the recovery, I don't even remember coming back home. I don't remember any of that. And I've had surgeries before, right? Tore both of my ACLs. I had hiatal hernia, stomach. But it was a little bit different. In my house literally has nothing but steps. We got 5 floors of stairs in my house.
You got an elevator, too. So.
It is an elevator. And the thing,
Don't fail to mention that. You ain't got to take the
I'll
steps.
try to make the story sound a little bit.
I got nothing but steps. Now you ain't got to use them.
But even with the elevator, man, it's just a testament to God and just about vision. And I remember telling CJ years ago about the elevator, because when C and y'all used to come over, remember I didn't even have I had the elevator
The
shaft,
shaft was there.
but I
Yes.
never even had the elevator in.
Yep.
And it was crazy that I told him, I was like, yo, the elevator that we built that we
What's
got.
wrong with me, Doc? As soon as
What?
so you had another shaft that didn't work.
He did.
I didn't even want to say it, but it was so good, Carl. I said it for Carl. Look at Carl. I have to give Carl these jokes. You had 2 shafts.
my God.
My bad. See, he ain't here, so I'm like, oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we put the elevator in not
Name
for
the pod broken shaft.
Broken shaft.
we put the elevator in not for where we were at the time.
Yes.
But we put it in for one day.
Yep.
Not just for us, but maybe our parents, our grandparents, anyone who can't walk up and down, because we have 5 flights, 5 levels of this house.
Yeah.
And so we put the elevator in, and we've been using it, and everything has just been worked out, man. Everything has been perfect. My wife, man, shout out to my wife. Like I said, you really get to seeing that Proverbs type of woman. You know, not just when times are good, but when times are bad. You know, you got somebody who's actually able to help, not just nurse you back to life, but to speak life.
Yep.
And to remind you and treat you like know exactly who you are, where you come from,
Yep.
and what you need to get back to where you at. And you know, so I will say that. So a lot of times I do say, and I know that I mess with CJ and I tell him that the doctor said that I had the quickest recovery in the history of hip replacements, but a lot of that is due to the type of care and making sure I take all my meds, making sure that I'm doing all of this stuff, you know, so that all helped out to get me back to
I
where
remember he was like, I ain't taking them pain pills day one. He was like, oh, no, I'm taking them. I said, yeah.
Hey, but why you tripping though, dog? One night, real talk, one night, I don't know if I told you this, Karl. One night I took one of them pain, Camille gave me my pain pills, and I was just like, you know, I really don't want to take them pills. And she's like, oh, you know, you got to take them so you don't feel the pain. And I was like, all right, man, I take them pains, dog. I promise you. Bruh, in the middle of the night, I heard a deep voice in my ear say, Jamal. I'm talking about, it sounded like Barry White, bruh.
Yeah.
And it was deep.
Nah, bruh.
I was like,
That had you
yo, and
tweaking.
I looked at Camille, I was like, quit playing. And she was just knocked out asleep. And I looked over, I started looking around. I think that was the last day I took them pain pills, dog.
Wow.
Yeah. No. You never took none.
No, I never took none of that.
Oh, yeah.
serious.
No.
I got one for you.
They
I'm
strong now. No. They strong now. You know what I'm saying? If you catch the.
That's them narcotic joints.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Actually, it's got that one drug that they say that you don't need supposed to be taking. It's mixed all in. Or
Right,
whatever.
fentanyl.
Fentanyl, the one people touch. So yeah, it's deep, but you can't feel no pain. But
I think you can feel the pain, you just don't care about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I had mine anyway, I was like, oh, it's still there, but I'm smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't bothering me. It allow your brain to just go somewhere else. So, anyway, but yeah, be careful with that stuff, obviously, because it's highly habit forming and you don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, looped up on that. Karl, I don't know if we can get the Bluetooth so I can get the hip-hop preacher. Or you think I should just call him and let it go
Clyde
right
is
here?
kit. It might be connected. It's the same board.
Okay, but I got a new phone, so hit the Bluetooth button for me real quick. Let me see.
Just the blue one at the top.
I just want to see if I can catch. Yeah, I got a new phone, so by the way, all right, I don't even want to do that to y'all, but I got the nope, inside. There,
Yep. Go in there, look for the Bluetooth. There should be an icon right down there.
Yeah. So anyway, isn't it just that button?
Right at the top of the slider, Black.
Okay. We got Blake in the house. Shout out to Blake. But yeah, I got a new phone. I swear, bro, I do not be wanting a new phone. I got all my wait, I got it. All right.
Make sure that channel is
I
turned
got
up.
all the
Turn that slider up.
all my Bluetooth stuff disappeared. I had to repair everything. Bruh.
sometimes it just be better just to keep the
Keep
phone,
your
bro.
old phone,
because
bruh.
it's always something. I can't remember passwords to old email accounts.
Oh,
and,
bro.
That's the worst.
and then so it keep showing like every time
Certain
you
stuff,
turn your phone.
certain stuff you lose when it poured over. Candace swears she lost a bunch of her pictures. I was like, baby, they was
push that
Google
slider.
Photos.
Did y'all hear that the new iPhone is foldable?
Oh, they're bringing back like folding joint.
Yeah, like literally, it's kind of like the Samsung, how they got that one
wow.
screen that open up and it fold. But my man, I was just out there. He's like, yeah, he's like, it's trash. He's like, it's only so many times it can fold, then it starts to put a crease in it. I was like, my man works for AT&T. He over here down on the phone.
It's coming through the headphones.
Toss the headphones. Toss them to me,
yeah.
Black. So it a little closer.
Man, shout out to y'all, man. 2025 is upon us, man. We here. Shout out to y'all. Let's see. Oh, hip hop.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person
Man.
you're trying to reach is not available.
He
At the
said, I ain't
tone,
got time for this
please
foolish.
record your message. When you
Wow.
have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hello, Douglas. This is the 3/4 of the Secret to Success podcast. If you could give us a shout back at your earliest convenience, we know that you're in California enjoying the sun, palm trees, and everything like that. But we're in Chicago. It's
Ain't no
4
sun.
degrees.
Right.
And yeah, anyway, hit us back when you get a chance, brother, man. Thank you.
It's 4 degrees outside, but
so-
it's 80 inside.
Oh, yeah. Listen, shout out to my brother Mike Foguth getting, man, I was trying to figure out what to do for Trey for Christmas because, like, he's at that weird age where he don't do toys anymore. So it's like, I'm like, what you want for Christmas? He's like, nothing. And he like legit, like, you know, Trey, he just, now Avery gonna make up some stuff just to be like, oh, I need whatever.
yeah.
But Trey is like, he's very easy.
Is that easy?
Oh, that's his pop preacher. All right, cool. I'll come back to that. I did want to tell you about this game. All right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to make sure You was with us.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah. I just wanted to do what?
I said, we're just making sure you was with us. We called you and went to voicemail. We said, okay, yeah, he might be done with the pod for 2025.
Oh, hey, let me tell you something. If Jamal can hear me, Jamal, I made an executive decision this year that the only way I was going to find peace was to change the way people could get in contact with me on my phone. And unfortunately, CJ don't get it. Jamal don't get it. Just everybody get the do not disturb, boy. So,
come on.
until I can figure out more how to keep my loved ones out of that, I'm just gonna do it to everybody. So no, that's as Jalen would say, charge that to the game.
Charge it to the game, bro.
Well, I will say you are very missed on this podcast right now, brother.
I can only imagine what you getting, more without me being.
Brother, listen, dog. He know I'm handicapped right now. Isn't that some type of can't you get locked up for that?
No. Actually, CJ is different. He like a pit bull or a shark. The more blood he sees,
bro, gotta go in for the kill. You taught me that, E. You said we gotta go in for the kill.
Not on friends and family. I think.
Exactly.
You said make no exceptions. The Mamba mentality. Hey, real quick, hold on, E. Stay with us for a quick second. I'm gonna finish telling this story. But anyway, I was shouting out Mike Foguth, man, our brother. He's been on the pod a few times, but I couldn't figure out what to get Trey for Christmas, so ended up hitting Mike, man. He got us, I'm talking about 40-yard line, second row tickets to the Bears, Lions. You already know what happened in the game, but you know what I mean? I just want to, say, man, I had one of the greatest father-son. I mean, it was like, dog, it was freezing. First of all, y'all know Chicago with the lakefront and all of that. I'm talking about it was freezing, and we was getting dressed. You know, Trey was born in Georgia. He don't really, he go up to my parents' house and stuff, but it's like for a couple of days, and it don't be that cold, and you out there for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, he like, why we got to put on all these layers? We got hand warmers. What is all this stuff? And we got out there, and he was like, whoa. Like, it was like that. And but, man, let me tell you something, bro. Our seats, he was yelling at the players. They was waving back. It was just one of them real good moments, man. Got some food. Hot chocolate, you know what I mean? Just did the whole thing, man. And I was telling them, that, I couldn't really figure out what to get him for Christmas because he like, Trey grown. Like, he just like, bro, I don't want nothing. Like, I got my, Fortnite and all of that, bro. I don't, so anyway, I was like, man, that was a dope time that we could spend. It was just the two of us. Avery wouldn't have made it 30 seconds out there, and neither would Candace. So anyway, just a good time. But real quick, as we get into, it's 2025, man, and I just, I know, y'all don't necessarily do resolutions like that, and neither do I. But my wife and I, all throughout 2024, every day my wife would say, like, what's your word of the day? And she was going in alphabetical order. I think E knew that, but like I don't know, I guess she just restarted. She'll go A to, I don't know what she did for Z, but she'll go A to Z. And then, but I was just giving her like my word for the day, and then E and Didi said, what's your word for the year? And I didn't really, I guess I didn't really think about like what my word was for the year, but I told Didi, like, I always know what my word is. And so I want to know for y'all, man, just like, and if I'm not trying to put you on the spot, I'll let E go first because I'm sure he got his, but what's your word of the year for 2025? I'll talk about my word for 2024. I don't necessarily know. I don't even know that I can change it because it's something I believe in so heavy. But E, you want to take that away for a minute? And
yeah, for sure. So for me, and forgive me, I have to put, an adjective in front of compromise, because compromise by itself could sound, it could have a negative connotation to it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just tell people, oh, I'm gonna compromise. And they're like, oh, this the year of compromise. No, that's not healthy enough. I'm gonna do what is called a covenant compromise. Right. And so what I mean by that is I'm gonna start compromising in relationships only where there's a covenant, right? And so let me give you guys an example. There was a time that there was like, tension, if you will, with Didi and I in terms of California or Michigan, right? And there was a time where Didi was kind of just like, I don't really want to be in Cali like that. And so when we would be in Cali, she would physically be here, but her spirit wasn't really here. It's like, it ain't really my thing. Didi, of course, loves the church, the kids of the church, whatever, that whole swag, taking care of the church, ETA, grind gear, the whole nine. So she was just like, yo, when I'm in Michigan, there's this sense of purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's just stuff that I can do. Mom is only so far away. Of course, her mom comes to church, and so then when I was in Michigan, I would be the opposite. Like, yo, when I'm in Cali, I got the mountains, I got the sauna, I can go running, what I'm saying, the trees, the beach, me and the kids go to the beach, the kids are here. It was just a time where it's like, yo, it's about me, and me refreshing and renewing and revitalize, but like I said, I could see the enemy a little bit because it would be like, yo, we got two main properties that we go back and forth to, but it's not where we really like vibing like that, And so I made a decision at the end of the year. I was like, yo, no, wherever we go, it's both of them are homes. They're not even houses, but they homes. You know what I'm saying? It's like we having worship, we got a prayer room, we doing our thing. And so I just was like, yo, D, because she asked me, like, all right, we're going to go to Cali. We here now. And so she's like, we're going to come back in March, whatever. And I was like, no, let's not do that. No, we don't need to do that. What do you want to do? And she's like, well, I ain't going to lie. I don't want to be gone, 3 straight months. I prefer, if maybe we do a week or two and then we go to Michigan for a week because it's cold and we come back. And I was like, 1,000%. I'm like, yo, I don't want to be in Cali no more. I don't want to be in Michigan no more. I want to be us. So wherever we need to be, where we gonna be happy, I'm like, bet, that's where I'm at. And then God is so good that she was like, well, I'm gonna be real with you. If we could get a crib in Houston, because I love Houston, and before I couldn't go there because of the heat, whatever. And I was like, say less. Like, that's a place. Like, I just want people to understand when I did the covenant compromise, because I was just like, okay, well, what we're going to have to do is be in Michigan some. We're going to have to be in Cali some. And she was like, he said Houston a couple of days ago. I was like, oh, I absolutely love Houston. Like, you ain't going to get no, fight from me there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my thing for this year.
And
so,
Toby finally get his wish because, he been trying to get there. I'm like, bro, you the only one there.
Praise God. Maybe it's his wish. I don't got nothing to do with Tobe. I'm just like, Dee want to be there. She love the shopping there, the food there, and the kids. Tobe's kids, she loved, the kids. So I just want people to really hear my spirit. And my spirit is, I don't want there to be any tension. Like, and I don't even mean like tension in terms of we beefing. I mean tension in terms of, like, if I'm not careful, my desires can pull me away from, or my wife's desires can pull me. And I'm at that age, bro. I'm not, like, we're not in our 20s or 30s no more, where it's like, in your 20s and 30s, you try, like, legitimately, you're trying to find your cause, your passion, your purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? Your spouse, the same thing. They trying to find, I'm a speaker, I'm a preacher, I'm a whatever. Didi is a nurse. But when you hit your 40s and 50s, bro, and you start seeing that you don't have that much life left, it's like, yo, it's got to be about us now. You can't have your individual thing. I can't have my individual thing. It's got to be the collective thing. So yeah, I'm compromising, but only with people that I'm in covenant with. Because when you start compromising with people you're not in covenant with, they're going to be selfish and self-centered, and it's not going to be about us. It's going to be about how they can capitalize off of the relationship, and not how we can collectively, just take our gifts and talents collectively together and create something.
Yep, no, I got you, Ian. I don't know if you got to run. I definitely don't want to.
No,
you know what
I'm
I'm
good.
saying? Okay, cool. You can hear me okay too? Because I'm.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. So it was funny because I was telling my Didi always got this thing that she be saying, like, yo, when C walk into a room, like, you gonna know it. Like, you know what I mean? She just be like, he just come in, he not just about to be a fly on the wall. He gonna walk in and, you know, so my word for 2024, you know, was confidence. You know what I'm saying? When I really thought about it. And I was like, yo, I was really just thinking about doing an inventory of my life. And I was like, yo, the most successful people I know are the most confident people I know. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, I move like that only because, like, I promise you, bruh, my dad used to be like, bruh, you ain't better than nobody and ain't nobody better than you. So I always just move like I'm the one. Not saying you not the one, but I am the one. You know, and so, like, I do feel that when I walk in the room or when I'm there, I'm there. And me, and cool, if you like it, if you don't, like, I'm just being real. This year, I was probably in the room with more successful people. I'm talking about celebrities, billionaires, just everything you can imagine. And I promise you, I don't go in those rooms feeling inferior. You might have more money than me.
Yeah.
You got nicer cars, houses, whatever. Like, I don't feel like, oh, I should just be happy to be here, if that makes sense. But I also don't feel like, y'all listen to me. I'm not even on that. But I'm just on, like, moving in my own purpose. And it's funny because, you know, people, you know, obviously, you know, my skill set is in the branding and everything else. And people always like, yo, you know, like, look what, you know, E and Toby and Maul and, you know, Alex and Inky and Jeremy and, you know, just all the people and everybody doing their thing. And I'm like, yo, the thing that I think all of them have in common is that unwavering confidence. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but Maul was this when I met him. Now, my job is to help him bring the brand forward, 9 to 5 millionaire, bring the word forward, help him speak, develop his message, teach people. Like, I know how to do that. But the one thing I never had to, as you can imagine, to give Maul was confidence, right? I look at Toby, y'all. I was thinking about it like, so Toby had a vow renewal in Houston, and he, of course, officiated it. Beautiful ceremony. And then, you know, I did what I do once I get that mic at the. They told me, they tried to tell me I had 1 minute. I was like, bro, listen.
What?
I said my warm-up intro 10. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just sit back so everybody knew what it was, right? So anyway, I had showed a video. I had a video in my phone of me and Toby from, like, had to be about 12, 13 years ago. And we were in the car. And Toby, I'm talking about, had this stupid fedora on, looking crazy. And I remember back, you know, to that time period, and Toby was literally in an apartment, no lights. I promise you, he ain't paid the light bill, bro. I hit the light switch, then no lights come on. Had a dog kennel with a dog and no dog food in there. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Tragedy. When I tell y'all, okay, so you think about this, and this kid ain't got nothing going on, former football player, nothing. And he always laugh, and I said it during the speech, but like, he'd be like, all right, whatever, y'all was paying me $1,500. Like, you act like y'all was, I said, hold on. You a millionaire, you rich now. $1,500 changed your life back then. 100%. And I said, hold on. I was only making $5. I said, bruh, that's over about a quarter of what I was making. So what is like 25% of your pay is significant. And everybody like, yo, what would make you do that? I knew that he would become successful. I knew it. Now, mind you, he had no motion and nothing going, but he never lacked confidence. It's the only thing he had. Bruh, I promise you, he would tell you, if you was around him for 5 minutes, you would be like, I don't know whether this kid is completely dead broke and ain't got no motion, or if he like the man in Houston. Am I right, Karl?
Oh, 100. I'm just saying, I remember the school play. Like, I first saw Toby. He had to speak at A-Leaf, the school, and they were doing a play up there, bro. And I'm like, who is this dude?
Yep.
Like, again, if we didn't know what you just said, my man, he been a star his whole life. But he up there acting, I'm talking about, like, I mean, y'all know Toby now. He the same Toby, but 100%.
And, but not just even in his skill set, just in what he thought of himself.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing. I used to be like, yo, this dude is psycho because He literally has no motion, but if you're around him, he like, I'm the one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, because you think you are,
You are.
you probably are. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you think like, oh, okay, I'm really him, the world starts to give you back.
Yep. That's it.
And that's what I was like, yo, 2024, it's like, if I could give y'all something, and it don't mean you got to be E.T. on stage going crazy. It don't mean, it's like, bruh, it's got, like, Karl did a project for me the other day, and I was like, Karl. And he was like, bruh, you don't even know. This is when I get excited to do this. And I'm like, yeah, because that's where your confidence comes from, when you double down on what you're good at. Like, so I just stay in my confidence zone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And in 2025, we got Dr. Downs coming on to do a confidence thing because I was talking to him and I was like, yo, if you could bring anything to my Patreon audience that's like extra and above, I need you to start helping instill confidence because I believe it's the number one thing. I don't think it's, look, as much as I want my kids to do well in school, for sure. I want you to be straight A's, and Trey got straight A's. And let me tell you something. I would trade all of that and have him with straight C's to be the most confident kid. Now, he's a confident kid too, but I'm just saying, like, that's the thing that I drill home with my kids most often. Are you confident in yourself? Because when you're confident, everybody else confident. I told you, I'm just confident enough to make decisions because I'm confident in myself going alone. Does that make sense, E? Like, I'm confident in, like, if I got to do it by myself. So let's just say the reason I end up leading and people end up following me is because I make decisions in confidence. I promise you, everybody sitting around and be like, what's everybody want to eat? Oh, yeah. Oh, what you? I don't care. I'm the one who, like, halfway out the door, like, I'm going to Red Lobster. I need all you can eat shrimp. And guess what? Everybody be like, oh, see, I guess, well, and then guess what? I look up, everybody at Red Lobster. That don't make me a special individual. I make a decision that I feel like is for me, the best for my family, and because most people don't want to make a decision or most people lack the confidence to just step up and make the decision, that's why I told my son, I'm like, it don't even have nothing to do with necessarily just being the best leader in the world. I didn't say you had to make the right decision.
Yeah.
I'm just confident enough to make a decision, and I see people sit back and they play so small. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally play small. So my word for 2024 was confidence. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be anything else other than that. But that was my word. Anyway.
That's good. Let me say this though, if you don't mind.
Please.
I was having a conversation with Jalen, and what's so crazy is a lot of you guys have a problem with confidence because you don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand at the essence of what confidence is. And so because you don't understand what it is, and you think it's something else, like you think it's something elaborate, you think it's something complex.
Or some people think is cockiness.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a negative. So it's like, you know?
I'm gonna tell you the truth though. I don't think the average person thinks it's cocky. I think the average person, when they see a confident person, they think it's cocky because they don't know what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the average person who struggles with confidence is sitting there going, I don't want to have confidence because I don't want to seem cocky.
You don't think so? I think some people, I don't know. I think some people feel like how I move, if you're not comfortable with your own self, it can't be perceived as like, oh, he think he's somebody.
But you remember back in the day, though, E, a lot of that come from that old school slavery mentality, where it's almost like, you know, boys, stop looking proud. You know, don't look up, look down. So a lot of the confidence has been broken generationally over the years with kids and in family members.
Hey, the simple definition is firm trust.
That's it.
That's the simple, like the longer definition is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. Firm trust.
That's it. Wow. That's why I said that's why I said it's not cocky. But what happens is when I look at somebody who's so hear what I'm saying. When I look at somebody who's confident, I go, oh, they cocky. But that's not what I think about confidence. You feel me? Personally. Like, that's not what I think about it. I just feel like you cocky because you're doing it. But what I feel about confidence is that it's this external thing that's complex. That's why I don't ever do it, because I feel like, oh, in order to be CJ or to be Jamal, I gotta boom, 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 boom. It's like, no, that's not actually the truth. Confidence is not actually external. It has nothing to do with external. There's nothing external about it. It's all internal, right? So when I was talking to Boog the other day, I was like, oh, yeah. No. Confidence, bro, is whether you believe it or not. I said, we all have it. It's not a question if you have confidence or not. We all have it, meaning God gave it to all of us, and as children, we display it. There's no child that you don't see that's confident. I said, what happens is you get older, you let somebody strip it from you.
Wow.
Somebody, you got to get your confidence. You don't got to get nothing. God gave it to you at birth. So if you were to tell a child to jump into your arms, they gonna jump into your arms. They don't know not to jump into your arms. They're confident. Meaning what? They trust that their daddy is gonna catch them, or they trust some adult. So when some adult says, "Hey, go across the street and go get that," they do it at 5. They do it at 6, and they don't even think about it. But as you start be hitting like that middle school age, that teenage age.
You remember I told you, bruh, it's no way in the world when the swim instructor came over to teach my kids how to swim and Candace how to swim, my kids is better than her. She's smarter than them. She bigger than them. She's stronger than them. She got more athleticism than them. They 3 and 5 years old. But yet both of them to this day can swim because they never learned to be fearful of the water. Now Candace can swim, but she still got that little bit of fear because she learned that. My kids never learned. They didn't even know water was dangerous. They never even thought about it. But she had 30 years of being like, ooh, you could drown. Ooh, it could be dangerous in there. Where my kids was just like, oh, this is what we do. We jump in the pool. So to your point, absolutely. That's a learned behavior for sure.
It's a learned behavior. And so how do you unlearn it? The way you unlearn it is, and again, I want to make sure we get to Maul and Karl's, but this one is, I think as we go into the new year, if people would just embrace this one. CJ says it all the time, but here's the deal. Confidence here's why you lost it. And actually, I don't know that you lost it. That's not a good term because it's not gone. Maybe you misplaced it, okay? But you haven't lost it. God put it inside of you, so it's there. You haven't managed it well. And so you haven't managed it well because you've done 2 things. One, you have allowed yourself to worry about what other people think. And so now you don't trust you because of what they told you about you. And that's dangerous. So you no longer trust you because of what somebody said. And I'll give you guys an example. I would laugh at anybody that tells me, you too loud, you too passionate. It's a joke. That's a joke to me. Why? Because my loud and my passion was never designed for the whole world.
Yeah.
It don't even make sense. That's like somebody saying, I think country music is the wackest music. Okay, cool.
Right.
They got a country music awards. They got a country music section with the Grammys. They got a country music store. Bruh, they got country music cities, states, Nashville, Tennessee. It does not matter what you think. So most of us have misplaced our trust because we have listened to what other people said. We should have never done that. It has your confidence has nothing to do with somebody else's inability to notice your confidence or what they think about your confidence. Number 2, your confidence is gone because of what you're doing day to day. And I told my son, I was like, yo, this is why I'm proud of you. And this is why your confidence is being restored in yourself, because you said you were going to do a clothing line, and I'm wearing the doggone stuff right now. And we got a website up. We got a launch date. We got a book we wrote called Clueless. We got what do you call that, man? A landing page that breaks down the Clueless tour for your juniors and seniors and your incoming freshmen. I'm saying, bro, we got multiple pieces of clothes. You went to Tokyo. You met with some people over in Tokyo. Somebody hit me. People been hitting me in Patreon. That crew neck with the Clueless boy. Let your light so shine. That joke is fire. I said, so Jay, what happens is when you say you're gonna do something and you do it, you're deposited into your confidence. When you say you're gonna work out because Maul's working out, like, bro, you didn't just say because Maul working out every day, I'm gonna work out every day. And so now you lose your confidence. Why? Because now you're saying you're going to do what Maul's doing when you can never do what Maul's doing. You weren't even designed to do what Maul's doing. I'm about to get a fully loaded, what do you call it? A fully loaded membership gym in my basement. That's what God told Maul to do. Maul's an entrepreneur. He got to have that joke in the basement. That's where he is 24/7. But you are doing what Maul is doing, and because you can't do what Maul is doing, you say you're doing what Maul doing, you can't do what Maul doing, and then you didn't do what Maul did, and then you lost your confidence. If you would just say, I'm doing 10 push-ups a day, I'm doing 5 jumping jacks, I'm not drinking pop, I'm gonna go work on my craft for 4 hours, and you did that every day, your confidence would grow.
Come on.
So you're not confident because you're trying to do something somebody else is doing, and you can't do it. And number 2, you're not really doing for you what you said you was going to do for you. And so now you done lost confidence in yourself because you're not keeping your word to yourself. And that's all confidence is. You say you're going to do something and you do it. So, Didi, CJ, you love CJ. I don't know CJ, Didi. Why you love CJ so much? I don't know CJ. I don't know him. I did not go to school with CJ. I'm not from Lansing. I've been to Lansing maybe once. Before I moved to Michigan State, I had been there one time my whole life, and that was to go get Didi's birth certificate. Mine is in Cook County. I never went to Lansing for nothing. It was no reason for me to go. I went for my wife because we was getting married, and I needed to get her paperwork because she's from Michigan. I'm from Illinois, so my stuff ain't even there. I would never go there. I don't know him. I didn't go to school with him. I don't know who he is. The reason why we have such a close relationship is because he said he was going to do something for me, and he did it, and he keeps doing it. That's why we still close to this day. He keeps doing it. He's not dropping the ball. He's not coming up with excuses. He don't have good reasons for why he can't execute. Shelly just hit me. We're going to give C. I said, no. You got to give him that much. Okay, make sure we wire it to him today. It got to get to him before the 31st. I'm only telling her to keep the bit because he kept his word, so I got to keep my word. So a lot of you you're clueless. Oh, praise God, Jalen. You're clueless. Amen. You're clueless. You
Pun
think
intended.
confidence is no point intended. You think confidence is coming from the outside when it comes from the inside, and you think it's what people say or what you do for others. It's what you do for yourself that makes you confident.
So
it's keeping your word to yourself.
It's so funny, man, when you're talking, and I promise Maul and Karl, y'all next, but I want to ease point, man. I looked at they had a talent show at the school the other day, and bro, my niece can sing, bro. Sydney, she got a huge, powerful voice, great voice, and she didn't want to sing at the talent show. She wanted to do like these little dances with her friends, and I was just like, why don't you want to sing? Like, what's up with, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gotta, and there's other kids up there like doing solos and
ain't nothing close.
Yeah, bruh. And I'm like, and she's like, it's embarrassing. And I'm like, dog. And now
super good.
She a kid, she 10, but like, I'm looking at grown adults and it's like, you don't want to actually go out and do it or go out and try anything because you think, oh, this is embarrassing. Like, oh, what if I don't? Or what if people think, like, if I start a business, are people going to look at me like, oh, what are they doing? If I start doing this, are they going to start thinking like, oh, if I start speaking or I start whatever, like, you still worried about what people think. And I think that's the other thing, E, with the confidence is you have something, you're not doing it. And so then, again, my niece is really good at that. So what happens is if she would have done it, do you know the type of validation she would get?
Yep.
That changed your whole status at school. You go up in front of the whole school and belt out a solo, and everybody like, that's the girl who can sing.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you like, well, let me stick with it. Now all of a sudden you might go to a vocal coach. Now all of a sudden you might, as E would say, put yourself in miracle territory.
Yeah.
E always used to tell us, it ain't even about what you think it's about. Like, you can do it, and you might think like, oh, okay, what's going to come from this or how is this going to work? Because you're doing it, something completely different out the blue could come about because you put yourself in that miracle territory. You just in the arena to get blessed. Let's just say you got to, in order to hit the lotto, you got to play that joint. And it's like, you just bought a ticket. So I'm not saying it's guaranteed you're going to win or how you're going to win. I'm saying that you've at least put yourself in miracle territory when you start to do the thing that God asked you to do or gave you the gift to do. How do I know it's a gift? Because I gave it to her. The little girl never woke up like, oh, let me teach myself how to sing.
Right.
She just got a beautiful voice. But it's like when you don't put it on display, and I got to get on her, and I was like, I told, my brother, I told Trey, I'm like, man, I got to get on her because she can't keep with this. I'm holding it in because I'm worried about what other people think. Literally, that's the only reason. Because at home, she's singing from the mountaintops. But as soon as her friends is around, she worried about what people think. And so, yeah, no, that's a good word. Jamal and Karl, go ahead, jump in.
I'll go Jamal, and I'm starting with where E was. And funny enough, this is not planned, y'all, but for Karl, y'all know my story of not having confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So all 2024, my literal goal was, can you trust Karl? So y'all remember I went to Barbados. We go every February, March, somewhere in that space, and I had a herniated disc. Like, I could hardly walk. Like, I'm talking about, nerve pain, all that. And the one thing that happened is we would go to the beach. Like, I'm talking about like 4 or 5 times a week. And every time I go to the beach, I'm swimming, I'm moving. So I'm talking to Sean, I'm talking to Gersh, and they're like, dude, keep doing that regardless of the pain. Like, it's hurting, but keep doing that regardless of the pain. Sean says, the more you do that, bro, the faster you're going to heal. I didn't heal as fast as Maul.
No. You definitely did. It's impossible. Impossible. Wolverine over here.
But what stuck with me, is when I came back from Barbados, I found the first week or so, I wasn't doing nothing. Like, I could find time every single day in Barbados to do something for Karl and keep my word to myself. I'm going to swim. I'm going to keep this going. But I got back to Michigan, bro, and I'm right back in the old routine.
Right.
And I was like, yo, your body is responding. It's getting better, but yet you're not doing the thing that could help. So, E, to your point, I committed to working out, not for Maul's influence, our influence, but for me, I had a real reason, like, oh no, you have to work out, you have to move every day. And I committed on March 9th this year that you're going to go to the gym 5 times a week. Every single day you can, you're going to go. Saturday and Sunday, I'm not going. Like, I'm literally intentionally planning rest days around them. So that was Karl's commitment to Karl. And I said to myself, bruh, you just did this in Barbados. You found time to do it. Like, nothing changed. Like, I tell people all the time, we don't have the jobs that we're not doing the stuff that we do when we go somewhere. The podcast still getting done. Y'all getting the podcast every week. Church services still going. So nothing changes in terms of the amount of work. But just in this different environment, I was able to trust myself and find time to take care of myself. So I'm like, can you do that all year? And I'm proud to tell y'all, bro, I did it all year. I did it all year. So it's like, oh, you can trust you now. And Maul, bruh, I get it. There's a conviction. He just talked about, there's a conviction that I could talk about now when I talk about working out. There's a conviction, bruh. I ain't got to make it up. Like, there's a conviction. Like, I did it literally. I would say, if you go to my app right now, it'll tell you 25 weeks straight. And that's only because for 2 weeks, I went to visit my brother in California. I didn't do the app workout, but I hiked every day, jogged every day. So I'm just saying, bruh, I kept that. I could say maybe 5 times I did 4 days and not 5 days.
Right.
Whole year. So going into 2025 now, the scripture I've been reading, y'all, and I'm going to read the scripture to y'all. There's one word in the scripture. I was like, okay, God, I hear you. The scripture is Maul, and you're going to love this. It's right after the faith chapter. So it's Hebrews 11 is the faith chapter, all the heroes of faith. Hebrews 12 starts with this, 12 verse 1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And the word that comes up now for me is let us run with endurance. That's the word for 2025 for me. And I'm like, okay, what's the definition, Karl? And people think endurance is like, oh no, you got to go through pain. No, that's not what I'm talking about. To sustain, I'm going to read it. To sustain, I wrote this all out. To sustain without impairment.
Yeah.
So to keep going without impairment, it's not like I'm going through it and it's hard and it's agonizing. No, to sustain without impairment or yielding. So it's like you're going to keep going regardless, good, bad, between. It's just endurance. So we're already running 9th mile.
Yep.
But it's now you got to find that stride, that we call it the infinity stride.
That's good.
That you get to that point where it's just like, oh no, I can stay here. Like I am here. There's nothing that's stopping me. So my word is endurance, Karl. And the thing that I've been measuring, y'all know me well, bruh. Years ago, and see would joke with y'all and say like, yo, Karl wouldn't talk. And that was me holding everything in. Bruh. When I tell you that's the most, like that's my measurement now of, oh, you're growing. The stuff that before I would hold in for 2 weeks is now literally 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's happening, and I'm like, yo, process that thought. What's happening? Okay, bet. All right, cool. This is the options. Do this, do that. All right, and we're done. It's not emotional no more.
Starting to come over to my side. The gray area is where the stress lives.
Bro, it's not emotional no more. There's still sometimes that I'm like, again, I'm fighting an old paradigm, so I can feel the pressure of it.
Yep.
But it's like, oh, no. This does not have to have that impact. I was listening to Miles Monroe the other day, and he was saying like, yo, you need to separate yourself from your thoughts. Like that, bruh. revolutionize me for Karl. So hopefully this helps somebody else. Separate yourself. Like you the sky and your thought is the cloud just going by. Like you are not your thought. So something happened and you get this thought, bro, you could choose to accept that or you could choose to let that joker go by.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, yo, there's no need to be emotional. That's an option. That's one of the clouds that going by. But guess what? You look outside, well, it's nothing but clouds going by. You could choose whichever one you want and roll with that. And guess what? The results you get are based on the thought that you think.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through the results that you get. So I'm getting it now. It's like, oh, so Karl, you're here. Now, all I need you to do, bro, is endure. I just need you to keep going. Doesn't matter what it look like. We're going to run through 2025 like it never happened, bro.
Hey, for me, yeah, dog, for me, and I'm going to try to make it brief. I know we got this meeting coming up, but 2025.
Text Ben telling me we need an extra 5 for more.
You know what I'm saying?
He been locked up
and I'm
in
at
the
home
house.
too. I'm at home.
Yes, yes.
Bro.
We are in the 95 Millionaire Mansion, if you can't tell. This is not our usual digs. Maul has graced us with the opportunity to do it. In the
these
room.
brothers graced me by coming to visit me. You know what I'm saying? But the one for me, and this is not just for me and us up here, but this is for the people that's viewing this. I need y'all in 2025. Seriously, and I'm being for real right now. I need y'all to take y'all health serious. One thing in 2024, and CJ can contest to this, it seemed like every time we get on the phone and we talk about somebody that's in our age group in the 40s having a stroke.
Yeah.
Bruh, 40s having strokes. You know, somebody that's in their 40s or 30s having hypertension, high blood pressure. Somebody in their 30s and 40s having diabetes.
Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea. These are all things that we can get checked out beforehand.
Yep.
Like these are things I know people personally, family members, dog, that's getting their toes cut off in their 30s and 40s because of diabetes. And it's like, yo, look, this is the year of health. I know we go after the paper, we on this wealth thing, but health is wealth. That's for real. And it's like, it's certain things that you can get taken care of now. The reason why a lot of you all, some people hit me was like, man, Maul, what happened, man? What accident did you do with your hips? Why? I didn't get my hips done because I had to. I got it done because I was really setting up the future Jamal. I knew that when I was 60, 70 years old, I don't want to have to be dealing with having these hip issues. So I took care of it now while I'm in my healthiest state. I took care of it now in my 40s so I could strengthen it, so I can recover quick. I took care of it now. So, man, shout out to my boy, man, Dr. Holistic, man. Bobby. Man, let me tell you something, man. I did a cleanse right beforehand, and it was a parasite cleanse, and it was actually like a tummy cleanse or whatever. First cleanse I've ever done in my life.
You said Monster got young kids. He said, "Tell me."
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me, cleanse is crazy.
and it literally, y'all, it made me think clearer. It made me feel so good.
You wasn't foolish.
Exactly. Not for years. Hey, see, for years I was
keep one in the tuck for Karl.
I was on some Metamucil. I was on it. I had the first tummy cleanse back in the day, and it didn't. It stopped me up. But But no, y'all, we gotta really take out, because we want to be around, you know, and a lot of things, like I get up and I work out every day, and the reason why I get up and work out every day, it goes back to what these guys are talking about.
How many trainers?
How
many trainers?
I'm down to one. You know, yeah, I'm down to one trainer now. But I'm down to one trainer, physical therapist, you know. But literally, man, the confidence comes from literally doing something consistent every day.
Yes.
So it ties it all back together now. My confidence comes from that. I mean, I wish, and one day we might do a tour or whatever, but you want to create a home of wealth. You want to create a lot of people. I can come into your home and I can tell that you're not healthy because you don't show health in your surroundings. Like, you should have it where, you know, if you're about health, and I'm not just talking about a gym, but even the food you eat, you know, you should live a life of health, because if you want to be around and your children are watching, man, my son and his friends, when they come over, they be in the gym. My son he tries to imitate me. He takes his friends down to the gym and be like, hey, we about to do stations. They take their shirts off and they're in there working out. And I'm like, yo, that right there. I'm seeing my son now because I stopped eating meat for a minute, went vegan. And I'm seeing my son now, he gets to the plate and he told my wife, he's like, she gave him some chicken. He said, I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken. I was like, Cap. I don't eat meat. Cap.
Give me that grilled cheese.
Yeah. So, y'all, the going to 2025, I need everybody, if y'all could do me a favor.
Yeah.
And I was listening to, shout out to Randy Moss, man.
Yeah.
Randy Moss is battling something, cancer, and he was just saying how he wasn't getting checkups regularly. Because a lot of this stuff we can catch it early. We can catch it early. You just go get your blood work done. And what we got to do, y'all, and we can start doing this. Let's hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
We do that in our circle.
Of course.
You. CJB.
Oh, we be sending each other charts like they stats.
Like blood pressure.
Hey, tell the truth. Speak on that.
Absolutely.
We
for
literally,
real.
we hold each other accountable.
Maul hit me like, look at that that A1C going down now.
Bruh, real talk. Hey, we be talking.
I was in the red for a hot in the orange.
Hey, I told C, because C not 45 yet, but I hit C. I hit Karl on the colonoscopy, boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, y'all we got to do this as men, as women. We got to hold each other accountable on our health. And let me tell y'all, man.
Shout out to everybody in their 20s and 30s listening to this, thinking that, this old fellas. Hey, listen.
And it's not, y'all. I'm telling you, look, we're going to do this. Let's look right now, 2025, whoever listens to this podcast, Patreon, we're going to definitely do it within the community. But man, look, everybody, we need to go get our blood work done.
Yeah.
Let's go do that, hold each other accountable, and let's go get our charts.
Let me tell you something. The hip-hop preacher with you, I don't know if he's still there, but that blood pressure, blood pressure done went down so smooth since he didn't let go of some of that stress. Hip-hop preacher, you still there?
Gave it to Moose. I gave it to Moose.
I gave it to Moose. Yeah, Moose young, he can handle it. But that's big, Marl, and we do. And again, shout out to the Patreon. This is, in all seriousness, like we're changing the format and stuff, and I got individuals who specialize in health coming in to do some training, starting with Dr. Downs, who's going to do the confidence stuff, and then the anxiety and depression that a lot of our community doesn't have access to treatment and things of that nature. So we'd love for you to get into there. We're going to do live Zooms once a month with Dr. Downs, the absolute best in the game. I think everybody here can attest to that, as we've all used his services as a professional and as a friend.
Sure.
So we're looking forward to that. So go to patreon.com, sign up. We do got to run because we got a meeting. But Hip Hop Preacher, I thank you for joining us remote from sunny San Diego.
Appreciate y'all calling me in.
You know what I'm saying? I know Diddy ain't up yet out there, so that's why you know what I'm saying?
You getting that vitamin D? Pause.
Oh, man, let me tell you something. I just got out the sauna. I'm about to hit this vitamin D. Me and Didi about to go in the backyard and play some basketball together. That's her thing. Like she loves, she don't like doing like lift weights or whatever. So for her cardio, she like, come out there with me for 30 minutes to an hour.
Loving basketball.
Let me find out D got a little Angel Reese.
You feel me? Hey, I do want to say this though, for my part as we close.
Yep.
May you guys, first of all, understand how pure and authentic this podcast is. We're in a very good space, y'all. So a lot of y'all like, well, you don't be talking about, money, and you don't be talking about, we are talking about money. But what you have to understand is I can show you people who've made money, who lost their money, who lost their wives, their husbands, their children, who even took their own lives. I promise y'all, in the name of Jesus Christ, if money was the do-all, be-all we would talk about is money. I promise you that's all we would talk about. But it's not, right? It's not. And so we are being very pure. We're not being manipulative. We're not, every single minute.
And we saying that as cats who got money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, don't get it twisted. Like, we're not saying that because we ain't got it. Sorry.
Listen to me. And y'all, no. And I don't say this often. I just got out the sauna and I'm standing next to the black badge. I'm standing next to a Rolls Royce. Just because I don't put it on camera every day, it don't mean I don't got one. Right? So it don't mean we not balling, we not operating at a very high level economically. We are. I just got off the phone with Mark Quay on the investment. Like, if you do this, and that, Give me 5 years, give me 6 years on this, and you and Didi for the rest of your lives and your kids will never have to worry about money. Like you'll have a regular income coming in every, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of your life. You ain't never got to go speak again. So it's not like we're not into money. What we're trying to tell you is it's not the foundation. And so we're not on here trying to hustle you. Come to this conference, buy this product. It's pure, it's genuine. So do me a huge favor. Because it's pure and because it's genuine, don't get out of here on some entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
I need you to make sure in 2025, you walk away and say, okay, that's their word. This is my word.
Yeah.
This is what they committed to do for themselves. This is what I'm committing to do for myself.
Yeah.
This is what they doing for their kid. CJ done took his son to the football game and they got the gear on and they close and they calling out the name. This is what I'm going to do for Jalen this year. Yeah. This is what I'm going to do for like whoever you're, Charlie. Because right now, I do. What I'm getting for my kids for Christmas, I'm not getting Jalen necessarily no money for Christmas. That ain't my thing. But what I'm setting him up with is to have be a designer, not clothes, to be a designer one day like Louis, like Gucci, like Fendi. Like that's what I'm setting my kids up for. My daughter is into fashion too. She just got more structure, so she's gonna get her license first. But she's gonna be in the game. I can guarantee you that. They dress, they eat, sleep, and clothes and whatever. I'm setting my son up to get into school districts for the rest of his life. I saw what Deion did. I saw what LeBron did. I'm about to do it. So do me a favor. Don't get off here pumped. Don't get out of here just emotional. You need to be emotional. You need to be motivated. You do. Don't let nobody lie to you. I'll tell you this. The best workouts I've ever had, I was motivated. I'm trying to tell you. The ones where I wasn't, and I've been in the gym when I wasn't motivated. I ain't gonna lie to you, I have been. But I didn't produce the same thing I produced when I was pumped. I had the right playlist. I just called Dwight, like Dwight, I need an hour playlist. I'm about to run for an hour, three times a day in the winter. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for the marathon. And I wasn't ready before. So I need a playlist. I'm not asking for a playlist, but just for a play. I'm asking. So do me a favor. At the end of each one, give us 30 minutes immediately after or 24 hours from the time you listen. And do me a huge favor. Pick your spot. Maul said that. This is what I'm going to do. Karl said this. That's my homework assignment. CJ said that. That's my homework assignment. And if you would do that every single podcast, there would be at least 52 changes you would make in your life. And those 52 changes, I'm telling you alone, is going to revolutionize your life and the relationships you in.
Hey, man, that's why they call this man number one in the world.
In the world.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
here, number one now. It's your ride.
It's your ride. He has risen. Hey, man, love you, E. Click that link. Let's jump on this meeting right quick.
Swag. I got a different swag in Cali, Maul. I got a different swag.
Click that link, bro. We'll see you on the other side.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, love y'all, man. We out of here. We'll see you next week.
2025.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself, right? Make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback and how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.